The most vital aspect of Pathaan is something most hero-centric films miss out. A much-needed villain to challenge the hero, physically, mentally, psychologically. You are with writer-director Satish Charan. Let's dive into the video. Pathaan creates a spy agency by recruiting soldiers who were forced to retire due to injury or trauma. For Pathaan, this unit is family and they mean everything to him. Pathaan, being a soldier, becomes his biggest weakness. A soldier, ready to serve the nation and protect his people. When Jim attacks Pathaan's team, Pathaan learns that Jim was also a soldier like him. Pathaan is unable to save one of his team members in the attack. Now, Pathaan is invested to bring down Jim at any cost. Jim again challenges Pathaan to choose between saving his team or letting him escape. Great heroes need great villains, and for Pathaan, his biggest enemy was India's finest soldier. When Pathaan learns why Jim is betraying his country, he questions his own morals. Whether Jim's quest for vengeance is right. The basis of all conflict is that something is out of balance. Pathaan now deals with a villain who's beyond right and wrong. Jim constantly questions Pathaan's sense of duty to his country. He keeps reminding Pathaan that patriotic soldiers like him will always be sacrificed. Jim keeps putting Pathaan in situations that test his instincts as a soldier. As Pathaan and Rube become close, they make substantial progress to stop Jim. Pathaan's biggest external conflict is to recover a chemical weapon. A weapon that Jim needs to avenge the death of his family. Pathaan's biggest failure becomes an internal conflict. He trusted a fellow soldier like Rube. Jim had used Pathaan's weakness to steal the very weapon that could kill millions. This death experience of Pathaan puts him away from the things he loved most. His country and his team. But unlike Jim, who was left to die, Pathaan is saved by Tiger, a fellow soldier. This poses a question to the audience: what would have happened to Jim if he and his wife were saved? There is a genuine empathy for Jim. A soldier's duty to his country becomes the overall conflict of the film. Jim repeatedly puts Pathaan into this conflict. He forces Pathaan to fight him like a soldier or put his personal emotions first to save Rube. He makes Pathaan watch his mentor die in front of him. Even though Rube did her duty as a soldier by helping Pathaan, she is ready to be sacrificed. He loses yet another member of his team, who sacrifices himself to save Pathaan. And even in the final showdown with Jim, Pathaan is put into this conflict. His country is ready to sacrifice the people on the plane to stop the bomb. Throughout the film, Jim acts as a dark reflection of Pathaan. Jim highlights the hero's flaws and internal conflicts. Pathaan is a duty-bound soldier, and he is pushed to make difficult choices. To save the country or to sacrifice the people in the plane. So Pathaan does something which is the core of his beliefs. He sacrifices himself as a soldier to save his country and his people. Even though Jim loses in the end, he constantly challenged Pathaan by posing moral dilemmas, thus creating an unforgettable experience for the audience. Feel free to comment your opinions on my analysis. See you in the next video.